I don't think many people realize what we are experiencing here. We are experiencing behavior by people who believe they will scorch the earth, destroy everything, and rule over the ashes. This latest situation from the opposition member, I assume who would be speaking on behalf of his party or taking action on behalf of his party, would step out of his crease to send a letter to the U.S. ambassador to have imposed on Trinidad and Tobago sanctions is treasonous. I don't know if the individual so hates Trinidad and Tobago that he will take the actions he did. Economic sanctions can lead up to trade, goods, and services from your country into the United States stopped, or bring to a complete halt any trade, goods, and or services coming from the United States. It also means that it stops other countries from trading with you, because part of the effective use of economic sanctions by the U.S. government is that they will take action against countries who trade with you. So this member of the opposition party, who went out of his way to send a letter to the U.S. ambassador, this foolish act can cost Trinidad and Tobago the aforementioned, in addition to cancellation of visas of travel of nationals of Trinidad and Tobago, seizure of accounts of nationals of Trinidad and Tobago, seizure of currency by Trinidad and Tobago held in the United States. You just have to look at Venezuela to see how easily that works. In other words, what he is trying to trigger will affect every aspect of Trinidad and Tobago's life. And this is not for now. The effects of things like that go on for years. It is indeed a sad day when someone who professes to be looking after the interests of his country invites a foreign government to take economic sanctions against the country he says he is protecting. Whether he was fed the story or believed the story, and I will rule nothing out. He could not wait for the line minister to give an explanation, hear the government side of it. You do not make accusations through speculation, nor do you, as the national newspaper did, which is to put it front page without any new evidence. It was almost a rewrite of a press release. I would think the press would challenge, get the information, and while presenting the allegation, say, well, this is the proof we have. I didn't see that, did you? I expected pre-publication for any media entity to get a statement from the minister like he said yesterday.
The final destination is Aruba. The contract stipulated that the final destination was Aruba. So what happens after that? It's not the responsibility of Paria. It's not the responsibility of the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
The irresponsibility of going to the American ambassador and asking them to look into sanctions against Trinidad and Tobago. Mind you, when sanctions are there, there's a red flag raised and people can start suspecting anything. Maybe this individual is unaware of the impact of sanctions. You realize I won't call his name, I refuse to. Because if he knew the consequences of economic sanctions, he would not ask for them. And if he does not know them, he should never be allowed to hold public office to represent anybody. These are the same people you just tried to bring hardship to. Give me some consistency. This is sad, it is unfortunate, it is unforgivable. And if it does not reach the legal level for treason, then it surely reaches the electorate level when it comes to voting. People who are dedicated to dividing the country, as I call them, merchants of division, and now added to that, scorched earth policy implementers, should be rebuked at every turn. This is vexing, and it should be to every national.